Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. We are going to do a card like this today using the Moonlit Flora. Now this is not Moonlit Flora, this is some Hobby Lobby paper that I purchased when I was in the States last month. And I wanted to mock it up just to see how it would go without using my Stampin' Up paper. So the concept is super simple. What you need is a standard North American card base portrait, and you trim an inch off of the top edge, or the long edge of the front of the card. So you take a 1-inch piece off here. Now, I cut all of my paper down to 5 1/4 by 4, so it's easy to put on the front of a card. But for this one, I needed 5 1/4 by 3. So I just took and I trimmed an inch off of these two pieces. And that 1 inch, I subcut again into 1-inch squares. So I've still only used like 2 pieces of my 5 1/4 by 4 paper, because these are the pieces that came off the edge. So you can use scraps, or if you're cutting down fresh sheets of paper, you can save some paper by doing that. Now, when I cut my paper down, I end up with 1.5 by 4 strips. So what I did is I just cut these strips down. I cut a 1/4 inch off to make it 1 1/4, and then I subcut into 1 1/4 inch squares. And I've already put 5 of them together. You need 6 of them for this, and it is just as simple as sticking your 1-inch square into the middle of your 1 1/4 inch square. And you need 6 of those. So you need to cut 6 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, 6 1 by 1, and then attach the 1 to the 1 1/4. You're going to need 2 pieces of 5 1/4 by 3. And you're going to need 1 piece of 5 1/4 by 1 1/4, which I have not cut out. So this is why I leave myself notes. So what I need to do is I need to find a piece of paper that corresponds. So of course I won't be able to find this paper now because it's probably right at the very back. There we go. Do I want that one? I can have that one off at the side, because what I need is a 1 1/4 piece of 5 1/4. This is 5 1/4 by 4, so I'm just going to trim a 1 1/4 inch piece off, and I'm using this side of my paper trimmer just to notch that out. So the reason I chose that piece was because it's going to coordinate really well with this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this piece to the inside of the card. So this is going to go equal top, bottom, and side, just like we normally do. So that is going to go down like that. So when the card is closed, you still see that little bit. Now we're going to put in our 5 1/4 by 3. And you can decide which way up you think it goes. And I think it goes this way up. So we're just going to add this piece in here, equal top, bottom, and sides. There we go. And then we're going to do the same on the front. Just like this. So again, equal top, bottom, and side. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these, and we're going to take 3 of them, and you can decide which 3 you want to use. Keeping in mind, I've already stamped the Thinking of You from the Scalloped Blooms set. This is going to go across the middle. So it's actually going to cover up the middle of one of these. So you can choose which one. If you've got one that's got more color or less color on it, I think I want that one in the middle at the front. So we're going to do this. And for the ones on the front, you are only going to put adhesive on one side of the diamond shape. And then we're going to line these up. I thought about lining them up like this, but it leaves a gap at the top. So I'm going to line these up point to point right along the edge there, like that. This is the one I want in the middle. So this one's going to go at the bottom. And the reason I do the bottom and, oh, shoot, I'm going to have to trade that one out and put it on the inside. Again, we're only putting adhesive on half of the diamond. Okay. So the reason I'm doing a top and bottom first is so that I can overlap in the middle if I need to. Now I know I want this one with this out, so I'm going to put adhesive on the opposite side on the back. So then we're going to point, and if these overlap a little bit, it's not a huge deal. So that's going to go like that. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing on the inside, except we can put adhesive all over the back. So what I'm doing is I'm lining these up two ways. I'm lining them up point to point, but also covering up this piece here. So they're coming in point to point and covering up this. You could leave these out as little flags if you want. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm just choosing to cover them up so that it's the same kind of pattern on the inside as the outside. And again, lining that up to cover, and then kind of point to point, covering up that one edge. So that is our card, and I'm just going to put this on, and I am not going to dimensionalize this at all. I'm just going to flat mount it. And it is Thursday, so we're going to do just a little bit of retired product with this. I'm just making sure that I'm straight before I stick that down. There we go. I'm going to use some of my iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. I love these. Love, love, love these. And they are retired. But I like these because there are so many kind of different little colors in them. They pick up the pink, they can pick up green, they pick up a little bit of yellow. They are very, very tall though. Like they're quite thick. So if you're going to mail this card, you absolutely need to put a piece of cardstock over top to protect it through the mail system. So again, this is a non-Stampin' Up paper kind of mock-up, and then this is our card for the video today. You still have room to write your greeting inside or your little note inside, but we've got a super, super cute card, and I like that this is just slightly different than this. It really kind of pops the flowers. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.